So did I tell you that I got fired from my property manager? That was the worst day ever. So she was helping me with this house that I was getting an ejectment. I had already gotten the ejectment awarded and we were doing the eviction. And when I say we, I mean she and the sheriff. She and the sheriff were doing the eviction, and after they got him out, which actually he'd left previously, so that it was, essentially vacant, minus all of his garbage and dead animals. Anyways, she goes in there and she gets her contractor who hauls garbage to come and take care of all the just filth, right? Like, I don't know how these people live. Like, seriously. So, like, 2 to 3, they have a trailer, a huge trailer, a dump trailer, plus a pickup truck, and I think there was 3 separate trips that they did. Anyways, so she gave me the bill after the day, and she had the locksmith, she had her fee, and then she had the trash out fee, which included the hauling costs and the dumpster and all that stuff. And it was like $2,850, and I was just like, and I wrote her back and I'm just like, what? This is insane. This is like 3 times the cost of any other trash out that you've done for me. And she's like, I know, I'll never use that guy again. He started work without giving me a price. And then when I asked him for the price, he told me $3,000, and she's like, no. And he's like, well, it's like 3 loads and a whole dumpster, actually 2 dumpsters. And he's like, well, what do you think is fair? And anyway, she's like, my investor's gonna kill me, you know. That's not even reasonable. So anyways, then she like got him down to like $1,800, and then with the dump fees of the 2 dumpsters and her fee, which was $250, and then the change of lock fee, it was $2,850. Anyways, I didn't pay for 24 hours, and then I forgot because I was putting the kids to school. And then she ends up texting me and she's like, can you please give me back my money? And I'm just like, what? Like that text, and I'm like, now Alabama, different kind of culture, and I thought she like inadvertently texted me and she meant to like text someone else, because I'm like, I don't have her money, like what is she talking about? Well, and then I reached out and I'm like, was this intended for me? And she's like, yeah, I used my money and paid for these services. Can you please pay me back? And I'm just like, holy cow. I'm like, okay. And I apologized and I went ahead and paid her. But then I also said, listen, I think that this guy who did the trash out totally exploited the situation where he didn't negotiate ahead of time with you, and he just went ahead, and then the service is done and you're pretty much over the barrel. And I appreciate you, because she showed me her text messages with him, and she was like, you know, heck no, my investor's gonna kill me type of deal. So I told her I appreciated her, you know, negotiating on my behalf, and I just feel like I kind of got taken for advantage in that situation. And so I got her the funds, and then she wrote me back and she's like, so I don't want to so this was the deal. also, in the midst of all that, like, she gave me just like one blank invoice, her invoice. And previously with all my other homes, which had been like 4 or 5 up to this point, she has given me the invoices of the contractor along with hers. So if it said $250 for a lock change, I would also have an invoice from her from the locksmith that said $250, right? And so I asked her, I said, hey, do you have the invoice for the locksmith, and do you have the invoice for the hauling company? And she wrote back and she's like, you know, I don't give any other investors, any of my contractors, invoices, and they don't know who my contractors are, and that is just, you know, how I do business to be able to, you know, keep, I guess, I don't know if it's proprietary, like, I don't know, so we don't do a workaround and like go and then, you know, get work from them and then cut her out. I don't know. But anyways, I'm like, okay, I just am used to you giving me these invoices previously. And so I was just wondering because I didn't get them this time. And she wrote back and she's like, I've never given you invoices for any of those lock changes. And I responded with the other 4 invoices that she had given me from the locksmith. And I'm like, okay, this is what I've gotten previously from you. And then she responded, because that locksmith invoice for the house that we were doing the eviction was another like $50, $70 more than I had paid before, and then the trash out was 3 times what I had paid previously, plus she had her new fee of $250 on there. And so I just want to make sure that like everything's on the up and up, and it's wonderful. I will pay her fee to be the GC on that. I will pay what she paid to get the service done, and then you know, whatnot. But I just want to make sure that no one thinks that because I'm out of state and because I'm a female, like that we can just start padding invoices with $5,000, you know, $7,000, you know. It's like, it's my job to make sure that I know what the costs are and that they are proven with a receipt. And so it just didn't seem like she appreciated my inquiry on that. And she pretty much said, I don't want to get between you and your investors, because I also told her I do have investors and I have to give them receipts. And so to justify, you know, these total invoices that she gives me, I need the separate subtotal invoices from the contractors. And she's like, I don't want to get between you and your investor. I don't want to get you know, not right with them. So pretty much you, from here on out, you use your own people, and good day. And I'm just like, oh crap. So I don't want to be cheated, and I don't want to be taken advantage of, but I have no proof of that. But I just had this like feeling, because there was so much like aversion to giving me the supporting invoices. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't have anyone else. Like, I don't know anyone in Alabama, and my coach gave me this contact for the property manager, and he trusts her with every ounce of his being. And so I'm like, okay, I have no reason to distrust her, but on the other hand, why is there a reluctance to show supporting invoices for her, you know, overall invoice? So I did what every self-respecting out-of-state investor would do, and I sent her a gift card to the restaurant that she loves for $100 with a note that said, please don't fire me. I don't want to be difficult. I'm sorry that I misunderstood how your business runs. I thought that this is what we did. I just got supporting invoices because I had before. I didn't understand that you felt I was micromanaging you. Please please don't fire me. And well, about 3 weeks later, I got an email saying that she opened the e-gift card. She never acknowledged it. She never like said thank you or anything, which, you know, we give not to get thanks, but it's nice to know that, you know, she actually saw it, right? Then I had her call me. I'm like, please call me. And she eventually called me, and she was all business, and she was not happy, and I just pleaded with her because I was super vulnerable. I'm like, listen, I don't have anyone else. I don't know anyone else. All I want to do is make sure I'm doing good business. I want to make sure that I'm working with good business people. And I said, I believe that that's you. And she's like, you know, I work with contractors that aren't legal, and I work with contractors that don't have their businesses set up. I get them at Home Depot, and they come in my truck and they do work for me. And I'm like, awesome. I want to support anyone that wants to work hard. I totally agree with that. And I just needed to know how your business, like how that business culture, like she set a precedent by giving me certain invoices, and then when I asked for them, then it was like, what? Like I was asking to see some private info. Like, anyways, I don't know, maybe she had a lot going on in her personal life. Maybe she just had a crappy business day. Like, I don't know. And okay, what is the downside? The downside is, what if she truly is padding? What if she's in cahoots with the guy that's hauling? Maybe they padded and overcharged me by $1,500. And if that's the case, I mean, they have to be accountable for that. And at some point or another. And also, I just trust that the Lord is going to bless me in this opportunity, and that will all be justified, and it'll all come out in the wash. And paying an extra $2,000-$3,000 when I buy it for 10 and I can sell it for 80, like I can do that. She's doing so much work for me that I don't have to, because she's boots on the ground, and all I do is look at invoices and get out the checkbook. And I had to cross a little ravine back there. Anyways, so if I have to pay a premium, which, let's be honest, Alabama prices, I mean, I can get a roof in a 1,000 square foot ranch home for $6,500. That's like out the door. So prices are cheap. I want to pay people well. I want to pay them well so they don't have to cheat me. I want to build relationships with my contractors and my property manager. And I'm actually going out there to put an eye on all the properties there and meet my property manager face to face. I've been working with her for almost a year now. And I wrote her and I said, I'm coming out these days. I would love to take you out to lunch. Is there a day that would work better? And she got back to me and she said, I'll try and make it work, and with an exclamation mark. So I take that in goodwill. And it is all about, like, I want to be able to foster this personal relationship with her so she can see in my eye when I look across the table from her. Like, I'm a mom of 8 plus some expansion packs sometimes. You know, I'm a mom of 8 kids. I'm trying to run a business that makes some money for my family, just like she is. And let's work it out so we can be, like, we both have trust with each other that we're gonna do what's right and what's honest and what is full of integrity. So I'm just gonna get a feel and see how things are. I hope she meets with me, and I guess I'll update you guys. But you think I'm crazy? You think I'm crazy that I'm not like demanding these subtotal invoices from these other contractors? Do you think it's crazy that that perhaps she may be padding, and I'm like, that's the cost of business. There is something to be said for not having to have the stress of managing the, you know, have to have an outlay of the emotion and the stress and the time and the energy and all that she manages, and she really doesn't charge much. So I say it's a cost of doing business, and hopefully things will go smooth from here. Now I do have to tell you that we did, like, I did smooth it over the couple days after, and I just said, hey, can we still work together? Please, are we good? And she said, we're good. That, you know, so I'm hoping with a face-to-face. I also laid off for about 6 weeks and didn't give her any requests, and I just kind of went dark a little bit because I just needed to let things heal. So I don't know if I did the right approach. Time will tell. This is my first like position where I'm like hands off and out of town, and we'll see. Maybe I'm just gonna get taken. I'm gonna get cheated like the little boy who goes to town. I don't know. We'll see. So let me know what you think. Have a good night. Bye.